Hi, welcome to Thoughts from the Road. My name is BJ Marshall. I'm the Executive Director of Highway Connections. And today we're going to tackle a topic that is probably the bane of every trucker's existence: waiting. The number of times that you're waiting, be it from a regulation of you can only drive so long before you have to be shut down, or whether you're pulling into a dock and waiting some more. I can't tell you the number of times that I've pulled into a location to be loaded or unloaded, only to be told, well, get in line, it's going to be a while. So I went back to the Bible and I said, what's a good verse that would encourage us in these times of waiting? And the first verse that came to mind is a verse in Isaiah chapter 40, where Isaiah tells the nation of Israel, "They that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles. They shall walk and not grow weary. They shall run and not faint." Well, I started thinking about this word wait in that verse and all the wonderful things that happen when we wait on the Lord. And so I started studying it and I dove into the Hebrew and I found something very fascinating about this word. You see, for the most times when this word is used in the Bible, it's used in exactly the same way that Isaiah uses it. It's to wait, to be hopeful, to be patient. But there's another use that this word has when we look at the Hebrew Bible. And the very first time this word is used in the Bible is actually back in Genesis chapter 1, when God is creating the world. And on the day that He creates dry land, in chapter 1 verse 9, the Bible says, "And He gathered the waters together, and dry land appeared." That word gathered together is the same Hebrew word that Isaiah uses for wait. You see, a lot of times when we are in a time of waiting in our lives, things are being gathered together. Items are being pulled in. Character qualities are being reformed and refined in our lives. Waiting, though difficult, is a necessary part of our Christian life. Not just the trucking industry. You see, in those times of waiting, in those times of wilderness wandering, God is collecting those things that are needed in our lives so that we can do what God has called us to do. Now, I don't like to wait. Especially when I was in the truck, I hated those times of waiting, of those anxiety of when is it going to happen? That's where the patience comes in. That's where the knowledge that God is collecting those things necessary for me so that when I am waiting, I can be calm, I can be patient, and I can gather myself towards Jesus and I can cling to Him in those times of waiting. Another interesting thing about Isaiah's passage is it was written around the time of the Babylonian exile, where the people felt scattered to the four winds. They were cast about the nations. And so hearing that there was a time of gathering in this waiting, there was a time of the people coming back together, would have been an encouragement to them as well. So next time you find yourself sitting and waiting, whether it's at a dock or whether it's on the road or maybe it's just a time where you don't know what's coming next, remember that God has a plan for your life, that He wants to do something special, and He is taking that time to gather those things that are needed so that you can be successful. Have a blessed day. Oh, look, it's time to go.